Hey there, it's Pete with GCI Turf. I hope you're having a great day today. And those of you that follow me know I'm doing a Kentucky bluegrass renovation back here with the GCI Blue Heat. And this was done a little over a month ago. And you can see I've got okay germination. I had to deal with two different storms, Hurricane Ida, and there was another one that come through this week, and it just washed a lot of the stuff away. I mean, so it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We have no control over the weather, and so I've had to redo this twice already. So I just redone it yesterday, and you know, I made my mind up to buy a Hydroseeder. I ended up going with a Voigt Smith Innovation Hydroseeder VSI VOIGT. I think that's the way you say it. I apologize if it's not. And why'd I go with that Hydroseeder? Well, I saw a little piece of a video Alan made, and those boys were showing the machine off, and I'd done a little homework on it. It looked like it was very well built, made in the USA. They just seemed like a good company to deal with. So I shot them an email, said, hey, I want a Hydroseeder. Went back and forth between the smaller unit and the 400-gallon unit, and I ended up landing on the 400-gallon unit because it fit my company and fit my needs more than, say, the smaller unit would. So in this video, I just want to give you my initial reaction, my initial thoughts on Hydroseeding, tell you a little bit about what it is. And you may be a lawn care company that's kind of on the fence, and, you know, do I need one? Do I not need one? It has really, really changed my outlook on how we're going to do renovations moving forward. So I want to share that with you, maybe to help you make your mind up. So first and foremost, what is Hydroseeding? Well, it's where you take a big old tank and you add a paper mulch to it. It usually comes in little pellets in a 40-pound, 50-pound bag. You add it to the water, you add a tackifier to that, which makes it sticky and makes it kind of cling together. If you choose, you can add your grass seed and fertilizer or whatever else in the tank that you want to go on the ground at the time of seeding. Me personally, I don't want to contaminate the tank with different seeds because we seed different types of seed throughout the season, whether it be Bermuda, maybe a little bluegrass now that I'm doing this, and fescue. So I don't want to actually mix the seed in with the slurry for contamination reasons. So you can do it either way. I applied the seed first and then spray the mixture over top of everything. Now what that's going to do is kind of create a barrier of protection. It's going to sandwich the seed between the slurry that you make, the Hydroseeding mixture, and the ground. It's going to kind of sandwich the two together. It's going to kind of make a sticky, tacky top surface, and when it dries, it'll harden up and it'll hold the seed in place and hopefully control any erosion. That is the main reason I did this. I didn't buy the Hydroseeder strictly for this, okay? On a lawn care company, and we will use it for years and years and years to come. I would imagine in 1 year's time, it'll pay for itself easily. And of course, I'll have it for years after that to use it and continue to make money with it. So I've seen many, many, many Hydroseeding jobs done in the past, but I personally have never done one. This was my very, very first time, and I absolutely loved it. Mixing was a breeze. There was absolutely no issues whatsoever. It was a little time consuming simply because I'm filling the tank up off of my well, and so it takes a little while to fill up 400 gallons doing it that way. But in my workspace at work, we have these really big water tanks that hold 3,000 gallons of water and a big old pump, and I can hook to that and fill it up in a matter of minutes that way. It was just a little easier and more convenient to fill it up off my well than to drive back and forth to the shop 3 times today. So my initial thoughts is it turned out great. I can see all the stuff, and you can almost kind of look at it and see it kind of tacky. You know, it's kind of, you can look at it and see it's kind of sticky looking, and it looks like it's going to hold everything in place. And like I said, time will tell. I only used half of the mulch required for this area because I got some existing grass in it, and the boys at Voight Smith told me to do that so that it really didn't choke out the existing turf. Now in the bare dirt areas out here where it's really thin, I really tried to put it on a little extra heavy to kind of, you know, make it feel like I put down the correct amount in the bare dirt, and then I went a little lighter of where the grass is already established and going. So do I recommend one to a lawn care company? Well, it depends on what your workflow, depends on what you do. If you do a lot of renovation work like we do in the fall, then I absolutely would recommend it. If you can afford it, to buy one and work it in your schedule to where it's part of doing renovations. Moving forward, it's going to be a part of our renovation package. When we price out a renovation for our local company, it's all inclusive. We do the kill off. Of course, the customer's responsible for the scalp and to get the grass down. We come in, regrade it, re-level it, slick it down, and then obviously seed it, aerate it, whatever it takes to get the job right and to leave it right to give the customer the absolute best possible chance of success. And hydroseeding is just another layer that I add on to that now. And so yes, it's going to be a staple part of our process that we do. Now obviously if we get into some massive renovations like that big old 53,000 square foot renovation we did, or whatever size yard that was, it might get a little expensive when you're talking about hydroseeding too. So you know, for those bigger yards, maybe not. Probably depends on the customer's budget. But for anything that is you know, not a massive renovation, it's just going to be part of what we offer. It's kind of an insurance package for me and an insurance package for the customer, if you know what I mean. It'll kind of protect them, hopefully, from severe downpours and that kind of thing. Now I'm gonna let this sit for about 24 hours and really bond to the ground real good, and then I'll start back at it watering, and that paper mulch that's spread out everywhere will absorb water and hold moisture and that kind of thing. So I am really excited to see how this works now. If I'm honest, I've been disappointed so far, and that's again something totally completely out of my control. I don't control weather. It is what it is, but I'm a very persistent person, and so I keep at it and keep at it and keep at it until I get it done. And hopefully the hydroseeding part of this will eliminate any problems I might have with storms in the future. Time will tell. It's a great tool to have in your toolbox, if you know what I mean. And like I said, we will be using it a whole lot moving forward, and I absolutely would recommend it to any lawn care company that does this type of work. I think it's great. I really like it, and I'm really excited to see how it turns out. So hey, there you go. That's my take on hydroseeding. Again, first time user. It was fun. It was a lot of fun hosing this thing down like that and watching that stuff fly through the air. I was a little messy around the edges, and I got quite a bit on the road out there, but I'm sure that'll wash off. So I got a little practice to do to get, you know, to get real dialed in with it. But overall, I liked the job. It turned out pretty good. Say, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch. I'll check you later.